Hello, everybody, and welcome to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you through well before the top of the hour because what we want to do here is we want to make sure you get your bets in time for those prime time games. And that's what we do here Monday through Friday on the drive-thru, is give you live free sports picks from the prime time games. And to give us those plays, our professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. We've got Tony Brown will join us from Las Vegas. Rod Zawacki, as Trey Jordan will be here. Joe Damico in the center square today from Las Vegas, Nevada. We got Jovan Burts with us. We got Ninos. Chris Ruffolo will serve as the co-host today on the show. And let's go ahead and see the lineup and how they'll line up today. Brown, Damico, Burts, Jordan, Zawacki, Ruffalo, Ninos, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, how you ready? Ready for a week of shows? And how'd your week go?
You know what? The weekend was too short, but then again, it was too long because I missed being on the drive-thru. I'm ready to give out some winners. Tony, how was yours?
Weekend went well. All right, Chris, let's go over to Skype here. I'm going to go ahead and welcome Tony Brown. We'll give Chris a little time off right off the bat in this segment. Tony, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, Tony. How you doing out there?
I'm doing great. All right, let's take a look at hockey today. Stars to host the Red Wings. Dallas going to lay 240 total, 5.5.
Yeah, the juice is too high for me on that one. I mean, Dallas is the clear-cut better team. Detroit's struggling this year. We know that. But once you start playing with those 240 juices and all that, one upset really messes up the bankroll. So instead, we're going to look at the total in this one, and I absolutely love the under. I rarely play totals. I rarely give them out, and when I do, we really smack them. The under is just screaming at me in this game. It's set at 5.5, so that means it's going to take 6 goals to beat us, and I just don't see where they'll come from. Dallas is not a great offensive team, not a juggernaut. They're only averaging about 2.5, 3 goals this season. And Detroit absolutely can't score. They have cashed the under in 11 of the last 15 games. And besides the Buffalo Sabres, Detroit is dead last in the league. So second to last in the league in goals per game, man. They just cannot punch it in there. So not a lot of offensive firepower, and then both teams are surprisingly pretty good on defense. They can really check against the boards. They really don't allow a lot of goals. They're in the middle of the league, top of the league in that. So good defense, not a lot of offense. 6 goals to beat us will be a chore. I'm taking the under, and we're hitting hard.
All right, Tony Brown here, under 5.5 goals, Red Wings and Dallas. Yeah, I saw head-to-head, Tony Brown. They went under in 4 of 5, and of course, not much on the totals, but this one really stood out to you, huh?
Yeah, like I said, just with them alone, cashing unders it's a great number. And then them head-to-head, you just took the words out of my mouth. They're cashing the under at an 80% rate for those past 5 games. And they haven't even been close to coming. Like, it's set at 5.5 usually. We're talking 2-1 games, 3-1 games. Like, it's 4 goals in these games. So 6 tonight, it'll really – the games aren't played on paper, but – some stats can't be ignored. The under is the trend in this game, and we're going to really take a big bet on that one.
All right, Tony Brown, under 5.5 in this one. Of course, this game will begin at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. We got some baseball, NBA, and hockey up on the board. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, we're going to start the night off right. I don't know if you had a tough week with your bookie and you climb out the hole. Are you just ready to get off to a bang for this week? But my Monday max bets is the way to go. It's my top 3 plays. 1 pick each from all 3 leagues. So out of all the basketball games, it's my top NBA, my top NHL, and my top MLB plays today. 1 pass, 1 low price. You can bang your bookie 3 times over and really cash big if you get my Monday max bets. You can buy any of the plays individually. If you don't play hockey, you don't play baseball, whatever, just buy a basketball pick. They're $29.90.
Let's see, he might have cut off Tony Brown a little bit. He's got a 1-day pass right now over at Pig Dogs Premium. He's got, so get on board here with Tony Brown. And that's, you can find his plays over there on the site. And I wanted to bring it up and just see specifically what Tony has on the site right now here as I hit the old refresh button. He was talking about his plays here over at Pig Dogs Premium. Let me go ahead and look him up here, and I'll let you guys know what he has going on for today's action on the board today. Let's see what we got here from Tony Brown. We know his pick is under in Detroit and Dallas, and we're going to try and get you his plays for today. Let's see if we can get this going here. Well, let's see. Looks like he's got his 3-pack on the site. What he likes to do, he gives you his best play from the NBA, baseball, and hockey. So that's what you'll find. His 30-star Monday max bets. So get that right now. $29.99 for all 3 plays over at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, well, we'll bid farewell today for Tony Brown. He'll be back on the show tomorrow. So let's go ahead and continue on here on the drive-thru. Welcome back, Chris. All right, Chris, let's get started here with the rest of the show. We're going to welcome Joe Damico in, and you'll find Joe Damico over at Pick Dogs Premium doing fantastic work this year in the NBA. So let's go ahead and dial in Joe Damico right now. Let's bring him in. He's right here. Joe, how you doing today?
I am wonderful, Tony. Chris, you're both looking great. I love that Tony Brown. He's great. I listen to everything he does. Folks, listen to Tony Brown. He ain't no clown. He knows what he's talking about.
No, he certainly does. Whether it's hockey, baseball, NBA, he does a great job. All right, so do you, Joe. But tonight we're looking at this Heat and Rockets game. We've seen this line come down quite a bit here. Heat laying 6.5 total to 216.5.
Tony, hang on. I got to address this. The elephant in the room. Another free play winner on the Friday show. My drive-through record, 51-21. Yes, and this game tonight. Folks, I seen this game open up at 10, drop to 9.5 in the wee hours. By breakfast, it went to 8, and now it's floating around 6.5, as Tony mentioned. We all know how bad Houston is, just as we all know that Miami is a decent team. And once again, we all know how much Joe Damico loves a very big but. But Victor Oladipo is still sidelined. Earlier today, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Herro are ruled out, and Jimmy Butler is hampered. This is their top 4 scorers, guys. 3 are out. 1 is banged up. Guys, this team ranks 26th in scoring with these 4 guys on the floor. I just don't see them covering this many points, especially since they're just 2-6. Their last 8 at home, 2-5, their last 7 overall. Sports fans, and Chris, you're going to get a kick out of this. I'm going to say something I haven't said all NBA season long. Take the Rockets.
All right, we got Joe Damico here on the Rockets plus 6.5 against the Heat. That is pretty much full of cluster injuries, possibly when you look at the injury report. A lot of questionable statuses here for a lot of the key players from Miami, Chris.
Absolutely. I think, the 3 of us could probably agree that Victor Oladipo deal, it's starting to look like the Rockets got the better end of that deal now that, Kelly Olynyk, double-digit points in every game since he's been traded to the Rockets. I got to agree here. They're both 6-7 against the spread in their last 13. I think the Rockets take advantage of the banged-up Heat and missing a ton of guys tonight. I might put a little bit on the Rockets' money line as well.
All right, agreement here. Houston Rockets plus the 6.5 against the Miami Heat. And, of course, this one will tip off 8 p.m. Eastern Time, NBA League Pass Channel. All right, Joe, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. NBA, we got some baseball up there as well. 800 units of profit this year from the association. You're doing well. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Well, guys, as you know, I'm El Fuego. For those of you that are not bilingual, that means I'm on fire in the NBA with one of the world's highest documented winning percentages. Tonight, I have 2 huge basketball winners on the Pick Dogs board. My 100%, that's right. They are perfect this season. My odds makers mistake play and my 40-11 Vegas Insider move. I also posted 2 of my strongest baseball releases so far this baseball campaign. My upper deck and my 66% Grand Slam plays. Folks, you can get them all right now individually at Pick Dogs, or you can make your money work for itself. Grab a 3, 7, or 30-day all-inclusive discounted package. You can't go wrong with any of those. Get any one of them, and believe me, I'm going to have you coming back for more.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Get on board here with Joe Damico over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers, 800 units of profit. Got the one-day pass up there. Or if you want to try them out for one day, go for it and then make that upgrade with those winnings. Those long-term passes, that 3, 7, and 30-day all-sports pass. You get every play that Joe Damico releases over at the site. You can also visit his profile page for individual sports packages. They're up there as well. A lot of action here from Joe Damico at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. Enjoy the sun in Vegas, and we'll talk to you in a couple of days.
Thank you, Tony, Chris. Good luck to everybody in the show. Everybody out there, good luck and have a winning day.
All right, everybody. Joe Damico here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on here with our coverage. Just a reminder, everybody, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every day. It all gets started here with the morning show. Mitch and, of course, Rod Zawacki this week. Bill will be back. I guess he's on vacation, but he will be in tomorrow morning. So tune in 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, then we have those 2 YouTube shows, the early and the late show. Of course, there'll be some modifications to the schedule. Tune in to the morning show. Mitch will have it all wrapped up for you, let you know what's happening. There's a lot of new shows coming on I think the late money show he was talking about. So some really good stuff coming on here on Pick Dogs YouTube and Sports Chat Plays channel. And of course, those thumbs up, those likes, we greatly appreciate them, Chris, because it really helps us pick up our audience.
Absolutely, Tony. I mean, I was thinking about it today. You remember like when the drive-thru first started and we were having the same 5 cappers on the show every day of the week, and it was just like, man, is this what it's going to be? But then all of a sudden we started to get the likes and subscriptions. And then, now we've got people begging us to be on the drive-thru, and we can't get the shows out fast enough. We can't get the cappers on here fast enough. So it's all because of everybody and all the likes and subscriptions. We do it for you guys because the morning show, all the individual videos. We just appreciate all the love and support. We love giving back to you guys. So keep it up. Keep giving us those thumbs up, those likes. Really helps us out a ton, helps us get the product out there.
Yeah, we will be introducing another handicapper in the month of May, so our lineup continues to grow here on the drive-thru. And of course, we appreciate your support with those thumbs up and likes. That helps us pick up our audience numbers. All right, we'll continue on here on the drive-thru. All right, we got one of the big games of the night here with Jovan Burts over at Pig Dogs. You'll find him there. We're going to be looking at a really, really good matchup here. Let me go ahead and get the wiring right here. We're going to bring in Jovan Burts. I think I had him already set up here, but I, of course, did not push the right button. So let me go ahead and go through our roster and find Jovan. Here he is. Jovan, how you doing today?
You know me, everything's smooth on this side, fellas.
Oh, yeah, things are smooth in Boston. They're loving those Red Sox, huh? We were just bashing them. We were just bashing them a few weeks ago.
Right, nice little 11-4 win there. They're showing their mettle right now. They got bats. It's just a matter of the pitching staff, and they're actually doing halfway decent.
Yeah, they sure are. And that was their question coming in. We'll see if it can hold up for a season. But you're looking at one of the big games of the night. Bucks to host the Suns. Milwaukee laying 3. Total sits here at 234.
Yeah, so I'm on the Suns in this one. Now, these guys took a hard loss, really pretty much a wire-to-wire loss to San Antonio on Saturday. And they should be motivated for this one. It should be a bounce-back spot for them. They're a game and a half behind the Jazz in the Western Conference seeding. They're second seed right now, and they're a game and a half ahead of the Clippers. So if they want to, chase the Jazz, who are looking vulnerable, then they need some wins under their belt. And I think they actually get a win. But for my money, I'm gonna take these 3 points. Now, after a loss, the Suns are 14-3 in their last 17 against the spread, and they're 6-1 against the spread as road dogs in the last 7. Now, as for the Bucks, they're just Giannis and a bunch of guys at this point. There's something just not right with this roster. They'll lose a bunch of games, they'll win a bunch of games. They have a pretty good record, but it just seems like something's not right with these guys. Giannis, he goes in and out of games. He's questionable in this game, questionable in that game. He might play, he might not play. But I'm just not high on these guys. So at the end of the day, I think the Suns actually get a win, and keep pace with the Jazz.
All right, Jovan here is going to be on the underdog Phoenix Suns here plus the 3 against the Milwaukee Bucks in this one. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? As Giannis has been bothered by that sore knee since February, so we've seen his status here has been questionable. He's missed games. You don't expect don't expect him to play in back-to-back games, especially when you've got that knee issue. But again, the question here is, can the Suns improve that defense enough to cover this one?
Well, I mean, Jovan makes a great point. This Bucks team just doesn't look right. This doesn't look like the same Milwaukee team that finished, killing the league a couple of years ago, and then they finished in first place by a mile. It looks almost just like they're content. As long as they make the playoffs, they'll worry about the playoffs. They don't worry about seeding. They're just worrying about getting there first. Then they'll handle their business. But tonight, I've got to agree. I think the Bucks 8-11-1 and following a loss this season. In the last 2 months, 3-9, and that includes losses to the Thunder, Rockets, and the Hornets without LaMelo Ball. I just think the Suns are too much tonight. I think you're gonna see Ayton lock up Brook Lopez, and you're gonna see Giannis struggle to find some help. I like the Suns tonight to win this one outright as well, but I'll take the points to be safe.
All right, Chris agrees here. Take the points here with the Phoenix Suns. This one to begin. at 8 Eastern time. This one will be on NBA League Pass channel because they're putting the 76ers game on ESPN. Wonder why. All right, Jovan, let's take a look here over at Pig Dogs Premium. Should be a really good night of action. Good big matchups in the NBA. We got some baseball up there. What you have going on at the site? We see you're doing well past 7 days, approaching 400 units of profit.
Yeah, it's been a beautiful April. Weather's getting nice, and my record's getting nice too. But anyway, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's Money Bag Monday. I got a good 7-pack going. 5 NBA plays and 2 choice Major League Baseball plays. I love this card, so go jump up on it. And if you want that value, pick up my 3-day, 7-day, or monthly pass. Match me up for the 2-for-1 with Chris Ruffalo, Tony T, and one of your other favorite guys. It's all here at Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Jovan Burts here over at Pig Dogs Premium. See the numbers here approaching 400 units of profit past 7 days. Having a really good April. It's all documented. So if you go to his personal profile page, you'll see every play that he's documented. He talked about the 2-for-1 pass. That's a great value when you buy those long-term passes because the 3, 7, and 38 pass, when you get every play that Jovan releases over at Pig Dogs Premium. You have the second capper, the same as well. So check him out there on the site. You want to try him up for 1 day, go for it and take those winnings and make that upgrade because that's the best value over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, Jovan, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll talk to you on Friday.
Absolutely. See you on Friday. Have a beautiful week.
Great week to you as well. Jovan Bertz here on the drive-thru doing fantastic work. Check him out over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on the drive-thru. Now it's time to bring in Trey Jordan. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium as well. One of the New York cappers on the site. Trey, how's it going?
Going good. How are y'all?
Going all right. All right, we're going to take a look at this one tonight. Let me get the right game up for you today here. We've got, we do got this one. We got the Nuggets and the Grizzlies here at 9 Eastern time. Denver up to 7.5-point favorite. I think this opened at 5. A total sits at 226.5.
Yeah, I'd say that number's going up a little bit because of these injuries for the Grizzlies tonight. But I'm going to look at the total here. I'm looking at the under in this game. 9-3 in the last 12 meetings between these two. You got the 8th and 17th ranked defenses. Nuggets 29th ranked in pace. And so the key injury here is Jonas Valanciunas in concussion protocol. He's averaging about 22 and 13 rebounds in the past 6. I just think they're really going to miss him on the offensive boards tonight. They're going to not get those easy putbacks. Nuggets are, I think, second ranked in defensive rebounds this year, so no easy putbacks for the Grizzlies. And also, Brooks missing. He might be missing. You never know with these NBA games. Other key injuries, but Brooks is averaging about 17. That's another 17 points gone. The last 14 against winning record teams, Grizzlies unders are 11-3. Last 19 for the Nuggets against winning record teams, 14-5. So I'm just gonna go with the under here tonight.
All right, Trey going under 226.5. The Grizzlies and the Nuggets tonight. All right, Chris, what say you in this one? Of course, we looked at the Memphis injuries. Of course, the Nuggets could be down 2 point guards tonight.
Yeah, and that's where I think that we would give the edge to the Grizzlies is in the guard play, and I think that could end up being the difference. But I've got to agree on the under here. I guarantee we're going to hear something about, he agrees with every play, but I can't help it. This is the right call. It's going to be a slow-paced game. You're going to want to see Denver, not feel the absence of Jamal Murray as much, and I just think that Memphis is going to want to try to slow it down to make sure they don't get abused inside. I could easily see this one being 210, 215, so give me the under.
All right, agreement here, under 226 here. Grizzlies and Nuggets. This one tips off 9 Eastern time, NBA League Pass channel. All right, Trey, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium. Good night on NBA. We got some baseball up there, hockey. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, looking to start this week fast and hard. Got 7 plays up there tonight, 3 NHL, 3 MLB, and another NBA. So if you're looking for some action tonight, jump on that. And always, you're going to get the best value getting the longer-term packages.
That's right, guys. The long-term passes are the best value over Pig Dogs Premium. You can find out Trey Jordan there on the site. pick up this pass for tonight. Of course, we'll always talk about making that upgrade to long-term pass, 3-7, 38 pass. Find them over there at Pig Dogs, the profile page. All right, Trey, as always, great having your show. Have a great night, and we'll talk with you next week.
Thank you, fellas. Have a good one.
All right, everybody. Trey Jordan here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on with our coverage. We're going over to Rod Zawacki. You'll find him on the morning show every day with Mitch at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, he's also part of the YouTube premium shows that we'll talk about at the end of his segment. But let's go ahead and wire him in because I'm seeing a big plus here with Rod Zawacki. So I'm really interested in hearing what he has to say. Rod, how's it going?
Going good, Tony. Going good. Beautiful day to kick off the week. That's
right. Beautiful. Keep up the week going. All right, you're looking at this one here. Lightning to host Hurricanes. Lightning laying $1.20, total 5.5.
You bet. We're looking at a big battle here. We've got Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Hurricanes here. You dig into these numbers, and the Hurricanes are they're 1-11 their last 12 games in Tampa Bay. The home team is 5-1 in the last 6 in the meeting between these two. And then you look at Carolina is 9-23 their last 32 meetings in here. So the Tampa Bay Lightning have just owned the Carolina Canes in this one. And they played twice this year in both games in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has hit on both puck lines in both games that they played in Tampa this year. So we're going to take Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm going to lay the -1.5. Then you can get that at 2 times your money. I think Tampa Bay whoops up the Canes again, wins by 2 goals or more. Take the Tampa Bay Lightning on the puck line for plus 200 odds. Great value there.
Well, that's 200 odds here. Tampa Bay, the puck line, -1.5 goals. Chris, what say you in this one?
I won't lie. I wasn't this bold to go -1.5. I took Tampa Bay on the money line just because, like Rod said, Carolina can't win in Tampa Bay. I mean, but we all know, and maybe Rod can help me out on this with, I don't know if you have the numbers, but, the puck line, it's going to be key because of how, the empty net goal, we always talk about it, and how it's a big player in these puck line bets, and I could easily see this being a 2-1 game late, and Tampa Bay pots an empty netter, and I could easily see that, and plus 200 based on that, why not?
All right, agreement here with Lightning, the puck line, lane 1.5 goals, plus 200 return against the Hurricanes. And this one, face-off 7 Eastern time, NHL center ice package. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium for tonight. Doing well in baseball, nearly 550 units of profit. Very good work there. We got some baseball, hockey, and NBA. What you have going on over at the site?
Doing great in baseball. We hit our morning play already. We had the Boston Red Sox, a nice winner there to start the day. So I still have a 5-pack going off. I got 4 MLB and 1 10-star NBA play. You can grab that 5-pack, kickstart the week over at Pick Dogs Premium, or save yourself some from buying packages. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day, or even grab one of those 2-for-1 capper deals. You can't go wrong with one of those. Pair me up with Bittler or Chris or Tony T or Jovan or anybody else, one of your other favorite cappers. That's the best deal going. 2-for-1 capper deal. Can't beat the value on that. Saves it for buy packages daily.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Rod Zawacki. 548 units of profit. That is all documented in the positive side. Check out his profile page. Every play there is transparent. The 2-for-1 capper special is a great value. You want to try it out for 3 days? Go for it. Take those winnings. Make the upgrade to the 30-day pass. All sports pass. Every play that Rod and the capper 2 will release for that period of time. Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Rod. Of course, we've got that YouTube Premium early and late going on. You're a big part of that.
Yeah, we still got the YouTube early and late. We will be getting rid of the early show come the end of the month. And we'll be just having a $50 package, which will get you still, that $50 package will be the same. We'll get you the early and the late. And then once you upgrade to the new package, the $100 package, that'll get you everything, the early, the late, and the late info live show as well. So keep tuned for that. There's a link right below. Show you how to join. Can't miss that. The value on that is phenomenal. And we just keep giving out winners there as well. Jump aboard the YouTube. Follow the link below.
Yeah, follow the link below to the YouTube early and late premium package. Great value there from Rod Zawacki, Mitch. Of course, Brian Bittler is part of it. You got Ron Romanelli on the weekends, the consensus report. Great value there for you here at Pick Dogs Premium, the YouTube Premium Early and Late Edition. Get on board. All right, Rod, as always, great having your show. Continue that success. Well, you're on with us tomorrow, but we'll tune in early at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with you, Mitch. I think Bittler is on tomorrow as well.
You bet. We'll be around tomorrow morning to cover the day's cards, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for the drive-thru as well.
Absolutely. Have a great night. Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. Let's continue on our coverage. Hey, it's time for, is it? It is. I got to make sure I get this order correct. All right, Chris Ruffolo, you're giving us the ESPN late night game tonight with the Jazz and the Lakers. So a really good matchup here. Jazz looking for some revenge after that loss, but they did rest a lot of players in that game. Of course, Donovan Mitchell had a little injury as well. So let's put up your game information here. Lakers to host the Jazz. Jazz going to lay 7, total 214.
Yeah, and this is going to be a great game, and that's kind of why I tried to key in on it. I mean, you look at the Lakers. Yes, the Lakers were shorthanded a while ago. The Jazz were also shorthanded in that matchup, and the Lakers ended up winning that game. But now, look at the Jazz are still favored here, even more so now. They're on the road. But you look at who was missing in that game. You know, the Jazz were missing Donovan Mitchell. They're missing Rudy Gobert. They're missing Mike Conley. And that team still took the Lakers to overtime. I mean, there's not much else that can be said really about how good this Jazz team actually is. And, you know, Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley are expected to be back for this game. I think that they can do well and really almost beat down a Lakers team that's still missing Anthony Davis and LeBron James. You know, even if Davis is coming back within the fold sometime soon, I still can't believe he's at 100%. And you know, the Lakers, they're still going to be missing LeBron James for the foreseeable future. Once we get to the playoffs, that's another story. But for right now, for tonight, I think there's great value with only getting the Jazz at 6.5, 7, whatever you're getting the Jazz at this point.
All right, Chris is going to say take the Jazz here, laying the 7 against the LA Lakers. Of course, the question here, Chris, for you is just Jazz defensive play on the road. That's always been a concern here. They have not, in some situations, have not performed really well in these road games, and of course the Lakers defense.
Oh yeah, defense was always going to be an issue with these two teams. But I mean, you look at what the Jazz are. I think that we can say for the Jazz that maybe the Jazz got a little bit comfortable. I think that maybe they saw how high they were up in the standings. They're like, okay, we're good now. Let's try to pad some numbers. And then all of a sudden you look and now they're losing winnable games. It's not just they're not worrying about not even covering them; they're losing them outright. The thing for the Lakers for me is I don't even know if it's much of having to deal with defense as much as it is going to be, a lack of offense. I think it's, put on my cape and call me Captain Obvious, but I think, missing LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're going to see a significant drop off in offense, and I think that's what we have here. I think the Jazz have more than enough pieces of their upper tier and starting caliber players that they can get the job done easily against the Lakers in this one.
All right, Jazz here laying the 7. He'll be on an island for this one against the LA Lakers because I'm reading the chat room and even my personal opinion on this one because I'll have to butt heads with you on this one. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium tonight. Great action, NBA, ESPN doubleheader, baseball as well. What you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Oh, that's fine. I got a drink with an umbrella. I like being on the island, but for me tonight, I got a couple things going on. I got my Monday MLB Moonshot, and I got my Major Monday. Both of those for the MLB and NHL, $29.95. It's been a rough April, but you know what? I think that's safe to say that's normally the time that you want to jump on a capper because I can tell you I can feel a hot streak coming right around the corner. Guys, hop on one of those 3-day, 7-day, 30-day passes. Like Rod said, that's going to save you from buying daily. It's eventually going to make your pick buying cheaper and cheaper as it goes along. It's going to save you money, and it's going to put cash in your pocket. Or like everyone here said, those 2-for-1 capper packages pair myself up with Tony, Jovan, Rod, anyone that you see on here, Trey, anyone that you see here, we will put cash in your pockets. The season passes are still up there. The YouTube Premium. What's up? What does that always say? It's like a broken record. The opportunities are there for you guys to spend money, but not only do that, but save money and make money at the same time. Over at Pick Dogs, you guys won't be sorry. We're going to put cash in your pockets really, really quickly.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium, that 2-for-1 capper special. If you want to pick up one of those long-term passes, 3, 7, and 38 pass, get every play that Chris releases over at Pick Dogs Premium. His NBA, his Major League Baseball, NHL. Of course, we're approaching the playoffs, so good time to get on board over with Chris at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on our coverage, and let's welcome in Ninos. You'll find him over at Pig Dogs Premium. He is absolutely documented #1 in the NHL for this year. He's got an NHL pick coming in. Al, how are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. All right, 9 Eastern time, NHL Center Ice Package. Oilers to host the Canadiens. Oilers laying $1.30. Total sits here at 6.
Yeah, it should be a pretty interesting matchups. The Oilers are the better team with the better goalie. Carey Price has been pretty good for Montreal, allowing just 2.67 goals per game with 1 shutout. But Mike Smith's been that much better, allowing just 2.36 goals per game with 3 shutouts on the season. The Canadiens have owned this matchup, though, this season, winning 4 of the 5 meetings this year. But it did go into overtime in Montreal last time they met each other. And I expect the Oilers to come out and get some payback here at home, where they're 13-8, while Montreal's just 9-4-7 on the road. I'm taking the Oilers on the money line here. And you could also put some, I might be putting some on the puck line too to bring some of this juice down. It's -130, isn't too bad at all, but a lot of value on the puck line too if you want to take a little shot on that as well.
All right, now going Edmonton Oilers -130 against Montreal Canadiens. All right, Chris, we're looking at Montreal, just 1.4 goals per game past 5.
Yeah, and anybody who knows me knows, and this isn't me being a Toronto fan, I can't scream it from the rooftops loud enough how overrated I think the Montreal Canadiens are. I think they continue to get too much respect from odds makers, and I think they're getting too much respect here. Only being +110 to an Oilers team that's clearly the better team. Anytime you have Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, that's going to make you the better team, in my opinion, 9 times out of 10. So I'm on the Oilers here as well. I don't have much high hopes for Montreal. I think they're going to start to fade out of the playoff race very, very soon.
All right, look at Montreal, nearly -15 units of profit on the season. Al, you had something to say?
Yeah, you mentioned the low scoring lately. This matchup's only hit 6 goals once this season as well, so the under looks pretty good too here with the 2 decent goals I mentioned earlier.
All right, Al, looking at for the show here at Edmonton, -130 against Montreal. All right, Al, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where you're sitting #1 in the NHL, over 1,000 units of profit. But there's a lot of action on the board tonight. A lot of hockey. We got some NBA. We got baseball. What you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium? Your Dodgers are in play also in the late game.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Lots of good matchups in the MLB as well. Some great hockey games as well. I've got a few of them in my 7-pack. I got 3 NHL bets, 2 NBA, and 2 MLB bets. Also got a couple extra plays for the longer-term passes if you want some more action. But yeah, definitely some good plays there. 4 NHL bets overall tonight, so definitely putting some of those units on the line. But I do love these plays, and this free pick could have very well been a premium play as well.
All right, guys, get on board with Ninos. He's got a 7-pack for you tonight. A lot of action from Ninos, #1 documented in NHL this year. Get on board with that 1-day pass. Of course, make the upgrade to the long-term pass. We'll get every play that Al releases on the site. You set the terms when you visit his profile page and make that purchase. All right, Al, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great night. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. I will continue our coverage. Just a reminder, guys, keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. It really helps us grow our audience. And by the way, if you miss any of the picks on the show, we're going to recap them at the end of the show. We got 1 pick remaining, and of course, then we'll do the recap. And let's continue on here on the drive-thru, and it's your time for yours truly. Let's put up my game information. We're going with that Dodger game. Mariners to host the Dodgers, 10 Eastern time. LA laying a bundle here, laying $2, total 8.5. And my pick in this game is going to be on the total. I'm going to go over 8.5 in this one. On the hill for Seattle will be Justice Sheffield. The lefty's given up, 8 runs with 6 earned over 11 innings of work. Dustin May, he'll count for LA, but May, he faced the Rockies in his last start. 2 earned runs in 4 1/3 innings, really labored in that game. The Dodgers second in the league in scoring and in team batting, best on-base percentage in all of the league. Of course, we've seen the Mariners, they're showing more ability to score runs. They were hitting the home run this season. The bullpen for Dodgers, they don't perform as well on the road with an ERA over 5. And the Mariners sit about an ERA of 4 at home. But I look at this as a step down in class for LA, facing the Mariners pitching and their bullpen here, Chris. So I'm going to go over 8.5 runs in this one.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I was looking at this one. I was personally staying away from the total because in a pitcher's park like T-Mobile Park, I just worry about the run production, even with how good LA's offense has been. But I was leaning towards actually taking Seattle on the money line here. They just took 2 of 3 from San Diego. And, while San Diego hasn't gotten off to the greatest of starts yet, it's still a really, really good team. And like you mentioned, Dustin May he went through the Colorado lineup, and the Colorado lineup hasn't, looked like they've adjusted without Nolan Arenado there. So I take a shot with the Mariners on the money line.
All right, so Chris looking on the Mariners money line in this one, big return. Guys, you can check out Pick Dog Stream. I have a 3-pack. We've got some baseball and NBA mixed in that pass, so check me out over at Pick Dog Stream with that 3-pack. I also have long-term passes available for you at 3, 7, and 38 pass there on the site. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. And now it's time to go ahead and do the show recap for today. El Ninos will join us this segment as he does on Mondays. We start off with Tony Brown. Red Wing Stars under 5.5. Joe Damico, Rockets plus 6.5 against the Heat. Jovan, Suns plus 3 against the Bucks. Trey, Grizzlies, Nuggets under 226.5. Zawacki, here we go. Tampa Bay puck line minus 1.5 goals plus 200 against the Hurricanes. Chris was on the Lakers laying the 7. Was on the Jazz laying the 7 against the Lakers. Al Ninos, Oilers minus 130 against Canadiens. Yours truly, Dodgers, Mariners over 8.5 goals. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I've got to keep it on the screen. I'm going to go with Al and that Oilers minus 130. I really like Edmonton in that spot tonight.
All right, he goes with Al. All right, Al, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I gotta love the Rockets here tonight. Heat missing some big players, so down to +5, and that's juiced. But love the Rockets, and get on them as soon as possible because that line's dropping.
That line is dropping there, and I'll look as well with Joe D'Amico's play with the Rockets plus the points against the Miami Heat. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru. Guys, tune in tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I have a full book of 8 guests on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And don't forget, it all gets started off in the morning with the early show, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow will be Mitch, Zawacki, and Brian Bittler in the studio for tomorrow's show, breaking down the big games. Of course, big action here, Major League Baseball 15-game card and some NBA. All right, let's take a look at our group for tonight. Let's wave everyone a nice good night, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.